Hello, 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 my friends. Let me say welcome again to another edition of John Sports Corner. And again, I'm going to say thank you, thank you, thank you to our viewers. Because of you, we are going places that we have never gone before in subscribers, views, likes, and comments. Please don't stop. We appreciate you. We love you. And so let me turn you over to your host on this program, Hall of Fame cricketer of the member of the Cricket Hall of Fame, John Melbourne on John Sports Corner.
Thank you so much, Trevor. And a very good afternoon to our family and friends locked in to John Sports Corner. Thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital.
Yes.
Let me remind you once more that you can go to the Winner's Circle Radio store in the SosoBone shop and shop till you drop. Among the items, again, T-shirts, mugs, backpacks, sorrel, and of course, the great Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. And, you know, folks, school is about to open once more, and why not get a backpack to send your young ones off to school with? Again, the great Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, always available. Let us talk sports as usual. Start with some birthdays. Yesterday, Mikael Louis, St. Kitts and Nevis and West Indies cricketer celebrated a birthday. Warner Brown, Mount Pleasant and Jamaica reggae boy celebrated a birthday. Then today, Alvin Greenwich, former Barbados and West Indies cricketer, celebrates a birthday. Also celebrating today, Don King, one of the great boxing promoters. Don turns 93.
Wow.
Tomorrow, Usain Bolt, holder of both the 100 meters world record in 9.58 seconds and the 200-meter world record in 19.19 seconds. Considered to be the greatest ever sprinter. Renee Medley, former Jamaica sprinter, celebrates tomorrow also. Keith Semple, Guyana and West Indies cricketer, celebrates a birthday. Also, my greatest basketballer of all time, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain, would have celebrated a birthday tomorrow. He's a four-time NBA MVP and won 2 NBA titles in 1967 with the Philadelphia 76ers and in 1972 with the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, Christine Gay, world champion and Olympic medalist, celebrates her birthday. Alicia Ashley, former WBC female super bantamweight champion and Jamaica's only female boxing champion. Happy birthday, Alicia. Also celebrating tomorrow on Friday is Brittany Cooper, Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer. Then on Monday, Rennie Kwao, Trinidad and Tobago world champion medalist in the 400 meters, celebrates her birthday. Kiki Van Zanten, Jamaica reggae girl, celebrates a birthday. So let's start with some track and field as the curtain came down on the 2025 KNAC Championships in the Bahamas on Sunday. As usual, the medal haul was a battle between Jamaica and the United States, with Jamaica mining 25 medals, 10 gold, 7 silver, and 8 bronze medals. The U.S., of course, topped the medal table with 37 medals. Canada third with 13 medals, Bahamas 10 medals fourth, and Bahamas got 2 gold, 3 silvers, and 5 bronze medals. Jamaica's medals came from, and let's start with the men. Gold medals in the 110 hurdles to Demario Prince in 13.35 seconds. In the discus, Frederick Dakers, 65.10 meters. In the long jump, Nikolai Williams, a personal best, 8.16 meters. The 4x4 relay, 3 minutes, 2.86 seconds. And the mixed 4x4 relay, a meet record, 3 minutes, 11.10 meters. The silver medalists in the 100 meters, Raheem Ford in 10.01 seconds, 200 meters, Christopher Taylor, 20.32 seconds. In the 400 hurdles, Malik James King, 48.28 seconds. The 400 meters, Rasheen McDonald, 45.04 seconds. And the 4x100 meter relay in 38.53 seconds.
Okay.
The bronze medals went to, in the discus, Chad Wright, a toss of 62.85 meters. 110 hurdles, Jaheim Stern, 13.63 seconds. 400 hurdles, Asina Wilson, 48.75 seconds. 800 meters, Tyrese Taylor, national record, 1 minute, 43.74 seconds. And his time betters the Tokyo World Championship qualifying time of 1 minute, 44.50 seconds. In the long jump, Sean D. Thompson, bronze, 7.87 meters. And javelin, Elvis Graham, 76.69 meters. Not too often you see Jamaica winning medals in the javelin.
Oh, yes.
Now, gold medals on the girls' side. Jonelle Smith, the 100-meter winner, in 11.05 seconds. 100 hurdles went to Amoy Brown in 12.83 seconds. Nikisha Price, 400-meter winner in 49.95 seconds. Triple jump, of course, one of the darlings of Jamaica track and field, Shanika Ricketts, also Paris silver medalist in the triple jump, where she leapt 14.23 meters. And in the discus, Samantha Hall, 61.19 meters. The silver medalist for our ladies, Shanika Walker in the 400 hurdles in 54.94 seconds. Javelin, Naoki Clunis, 69.30 seconds. And you remember that debacle with Naoki Clunis in the Paris Olympic Games last year.
Oh, yes.
Bronze medalist for our ladies, Gabrielle Matthews, in the 200, 23.02 seconds. In the 800 meters, Kellyanne Beckford, 2 minutes flat, 0.17 seconds. And again, of course, you know, we won the mixed relays in 3 minutes, 11.10. Other medalists from around the Caribbean, men's 800 gold medal went to Handel Roban of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a national record, 1 minute, 42.87 seconds. Of course, you know, Mr. Roban attended Jamaica College and was one of their mainstays for a few years in the middle distances. Kirani James of Grenada, gold medal in the 400 meters in a championship record, 44.48 seconds, bettering Christopher Taylor's record that was 44.63 seconds. Donald Thomas Jr., Bahamas, 2.21 meters in the high jump for silver. Anthony Strawn, again of the Bahamas, the women's 200 gold in 22.77 seconds. The women's 400 gold to Tia Adana Bell of Barbados in 54.67 seconds. The women's 400 silver to Haiti's Wadeline Venlog, 50.23 seconds.
Mm.
The 5,000 meter winner, Cuba, and its leaders, Ochoa Suarez, in 15 minutes, 35.80 seconds. Grenada bronze in the men's 4x4 in 3 minutes, 7.94 seconds. Bahamas also got a bronze in the men's 4x100 meter relay in 38.57 seconds. St. Lucia's Isa Lorisin created history by securing the first ever international hurdles medal for the island by winning bronze in the women's 100 hurdles in 13.04 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Interestingly, Trevor, Trinidad and Tobago, it seems as if their track and field has fallen off badly. They only came up with one medal, which was Tyra Gittens, Spotsville, in the long jump, and she cleared 6.64 meters. Now, one thing I must say about the KNAC Championships in the Bahamas, Bahamas broadcasters in these kind of international meets need to improve on their race commentary, Trevor.
Okay.
I think it's poor.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, 16 Jamaican women were tested at the KNAC Championships for the SRY gene to determine their biological sex. Remember we talked about that
Oh, yes.
I think it was last program, Trevor, that the World Athletics now wants to make sure that women are women.
But John, are they also testing the men?
Well, if no.
Well,
Straight answer, no.
don't they want to know that men are men?
Well, the problem is, they believe that sometimes women, those who claim to be women after performing as men, might have an advantage going up against women, straight up women, Trevor. And so they want to make sure. And there was a big debate about it. I think it was in last year's Olympic Games or World Championships before that in boxing. That there was a boxer from, where was it again? Was it Afghanistan or one of those countries? And there are those who felt that she should not have been fighting other women.
Okay.
So now World Athletics are saying we need to test. And of course, I think a few months ago, our president said, you are born a woman and a man.
Well, that's why I say that it has been politicized, but
yeah,
when you're watching the alphabet parade, John, I see a lot of men who are posturing and dressed as women.
I agree.
Okay, enough said. Move on.
Enough said. Move on. Jamaican athletes are all over Europe prepping for the upcoming Tokyo World Championships. And of course, Kishane Thompson missed today's Atletissima Luzon Diamond League meet with a shin injury.
Oh,
he apparently picked up in the Silesia Diamond League meet. Also,
the horse threw a shoe.
Trevor, what I really think it is, because also Sharika Jackson also withdrew from the meet. But I think these athletes now, they have about 3 weeks to a month to get ready for World Championships. And that is where their focus is now.
Sounds like a plan.
because even our St. Lucia sprint queen, she has pulled back her racing now
Julian,
because I think,
Julian
yeah,
Alfred.
Julian, yeah,
Mhm.
because the world championship is more important now than a Diamond League meet or some other world athletics continental meet.
You know, John,
So
I'm very happy that they have the independence and the strength to do that. And I say that when I used to look at what was happening in college with college athletes and the type of and the lack of, say, independence in any capacity that an NAACP athlete would have in college, so that there were days when you would say a young man was hungry and he had no food and he had a jersey that somebody gave to him and he sold the jersey and they want to what? Suspend him, John.
yeah,
Okay?
well, Trevor, that was how that was.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. I'm happy to
That they
see.
had total control over the athlete. As a matter of fact, Trevor, I just back up a bit here.
Mm,
I remember when former J3S president Teddy McCook, God rest his soul, he's passed on now.
mm,
But I remember when he was president,
mm.
I had him on a program years ago on that other platform.
Oh, yes.
And Teddy told me that he advised parents before they send off their children on these athletic scholarships,
Mm.
they should share the information, the document, the contract with him
Uh-huh.
so that he could guide them.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm not too sure how it works now, but a youngster comes here on a athletic scholarship
Mm-hmm.
and summer come, you can't work,
Right.
but the college not taking
Taking-
care of you
Right.
outside of college.
That's the point.
So how you live,
How are you going to survive?
you know? And
Yes.
if you work, they take away the scholarship,
That, yeah.
you know,
Yes.
which to me make no sense.
Yes.
But on that note, let's go to our break. But when we come back, we have lots more to cover. We'll be right back.
Mm.
Welcome back to John Sports Corner on this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital. And let's start with some more track and field and results from today's Atletissima Lausanne Diamond League meet in Switzerland.
Mhm.
Another 100-meter win for Oblique Chevelle in
Oh,
the
yes.
men's 100 meters in 9.87 seconds,
Mm.
ahead of one Mr. Noah Lyles and fellow Jamaican Hakeem Blake, who was timed in 10.02 seconds for
Uh-huh.
third. Oblique, the only Jamaican winner of the day.
Uh-huh.
Although there were not a lot of entrants in Jamaica, but um, Akira Nugent, she just missed a podium finish
Mm-hmm.
in the 100 hurdles,
Okay.
finishing fourth. Cricket news now. It is with sadness that I report the passing of former Australian cricket captain Bob Simpson,
Okay.
renowned as one of the best slip fielders in his day.
Mm-hmm.
He played in 62 test matches, scoring 4,869 runs with 10 test centuries.
Mm.
All his test centuries made as captain
Okay.
and included a top score of 311 against England at Old Trafford in his 30th test match.
Ooh. Ooh.
An interesting note in the Bobby Simpson career, Trevor,
Mm-hmm.
before he was named captain, his test average was 33.67.
Uh-huh.
While as captain, his batting average spiraled to 54.07.
Mind power, John. Mind power.
Bobby Simpson was 89.
Okay.
Last Saturday, I joined fans in celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Indo-Caribbean Federation cricket match at the Idlewild Park
No.
cricket ground in Queens.
Yes.
Their special guest was former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer Larry Gomes.
Oh my.
Guyana Masters 11 defeated the rest of the Caribbean Masters 11 in the morning game. Danny Ram was named MVP of the Masters game.
Mhm.
Then in the feature game, the Guyana Seniors again broke their losing streak by defeating the rest of the Caribbean 11 by 5 wickets and 4 balls to spare. Zamal Khan, who guided the seniors to victory with his 71 not out, was named MVP. And that was really an exciting afternoon of cricket, Trevor. I tell you, I enjoyed it immensely.
Okay. What was it turnout like, John?
You know what the problem? It wasn't that great,
Mhm.
Trevor. Um, but okay,
Okay.
let me put it like that.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
um, and to be quite honest, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't know about the game before I did.
uh-huh.
Yeah, because I I I learned about the game even after my Sunday program.
And you never got a
and
chance to promote it.
to promote it, to
And,
help to
and,
promote it.
and that is why I asked the question, John, because
Yeah,
that is what we have been analyzing and criticizing the cricket management, for not being involved in. And I don't mean at the ICA level or ICC level, at the grassroots level, John.
Trevor,
They have to get involved in promoting cricket at the very grassroots level. So that program
Trevor,
like yours, no,
Trevor,
program,
Trevor,
yes.
Trevor. A few years ago, when I was on that Sound Chat radio platform,
Uh-huh.
I spoke to certain, I'm not going to call any names,
Mm-hmm.
but certain people with the Metropolitan Cricket League
Uh-huh.
and the New York Cricket League.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them I have that platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I've been talk and it is open to them. They can call me at any time with information if they're having something special. And I mentioned it to them more than once. Oh no,
And
oh no, I don't get a peep.
and we are still having that in regards to
Yeah,
some organizations and other people who knows, John, that there is a platform that can enable what they're doing to be better. But at the same time, the reason why I look at the management and is more inclined to say that the buck stops at the top,
mm-hmm,
because it is in the interest of cricket to have a community representative, John.
mm-hmm.
Okay, a liaison officer, a CRO, John. Okay, who covers from the highs to the low to the high schools, John. Okay,
Well, Trevor, the amazing thing is, it's not like I'm charging them to advertise their information or help to promote it.
I know that,
It's for free.
but the thing is, but you see, it is not your fault. As I said, if you have somebody who is assigned to the New York community by ICC, by the International Cricket um, Council, John, your job is to service the territory from high schools cricket to college cricket to community cricket. Okay? And that person is on the payroll. Your job is to make sure that cricket is serviced in the New York tri-state. Okay? Companies do that, John.
Yeah,
Business
but
do
it's
that.
funny. You say high school, Trevor. With our New York high school cricket now, I have no problem in getting information
Yes, because
because the commissioner, Bassett Thompson,
uh-huh.
is also a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
And Bassett will contact me and say, John, high school cricket start this Saturday at so and so.
Yes. But
Or
issues,
he should have said, John, the final coming up, And so and I'll go to the games.
yes, but he should still designate somebody as a public relations person, okay? Or whether he does it or not, that person is supposed to make sure that press releases goes out, that a schedule of games that are taking place goes out, and there's media out there, John, who are just waiting for information to publish.
Hmm.
Okay?
Hmm.
So no, I still have to say that when the product is bad, yes, you might say the production manager is the one in charge of the kitchen, but the buck stops at the top with the president of the company. You
Hmm.
have to say to him, well, listen, we have heard that the product is bad. What are you going to do about it? He does not say to you, go talk to the production manager. He says, I am going to issue a recall. Car companies do that, John.
Hmm.
Okay?
Hmm.
Food companies do that. Okay?
Hmm.
So this is the system that business has adopted. And the question is, are they running cricket like a business?
Yeah, but maybe that's why even the Metropolitan Cricket League here has fallen off so much
Leadership,
because
John.
it's not being promoted or they're not using the mediums available to them to promote games.
That's right.
Yeah.
And do bear in mind that some of the people you have at the mid-level, John, they do not have the experience, okay, or the ability. But the people at the top who oversees what is taking place, their job is to fill in the gaps. So when you have
Trevor,
so
I said to somebody, I was in a meeting one night, when my son was in high school. I went to a parent teachers meeting.
uh-huh,
And the first two meetings I attended, the treasurer said our in her report, our bank balance is approximately XYZ.
approximately.
The third meeting I attended, when she said approximately so and so, I put up my hand
Mhm,
and I asked a question. I said, do we get a bank statement every month?
mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
Do we know how much money we deposit each month?
mhm.
Yes. Do we know how many checks we write each month? Yes.
So,
Do we know how many checks cleared the bank that month? Yes.
so,
Why are we getting an approximate? You know what she said, Trevor? How busy she is and start making other
oh,
things. So I said to her, if you can't do the job, you should not take the position.
that's right.
She
And that,
pushed away the books that night and said she's done as treasurer.
okay. And that is a type of accountability, John, that must be brought to the table.
Yeah.
Because when you ask the president of ICC, of West Indies cricket, you say to him, who is the representative for West Indies cricket in Jamaica? That is the PR person. The person who, when you want to get information to the community, you send that person the press release to make sure that it gets to all the necessaries, John. Not just one person that you know or two. Because you may not know that there's another 15 or 20 in the local communities.
Hmm.
Who is your representative? And he says he doesn't know. Oh, what are you supposed to think about that? You call the police commissioner, John. I ask him, who is the captain in Port Antonio? He said, just a second. He said, this is the captain. right? Who is the captain in Savalamar? He pull up he said, this is the captain.
Mm.
And if there's no captain, he says, I have a vacancy. It's on the list that there is a vacancy.
Yeah.
This high school, there is a vacancy. It says vacancy where it says principal, because there is supposed to be one.
Hmm.
Okay? So the whole hierarchy and the structure is what contributes to the decline, even of
Mm.
metropolitan cricket.
Mm.
It's gonna spin off right down. When it is
Mm.
rotten at the top, John, when you look at the top of the stream and the water is dirty, how can you be
Mm.
downstream with a bucket looking to get clean water?
That's right. Hmm. Okay, Trevor. Let's move on and talk about Metropolitan Cricket League, because this Sunday, a
Mhm,
big cricket match in the Metropolitan Cricket League
mhm.
at the Roy Sweeney Cricket Oval. Villagers play Westbury for the Clement Buster Lawrence Championship. A
And this is
Duckworth Lewis win
and this is in Brooklyn, John.
in Brooklyn
Okay,
at the Roy Sweeney Park Gateway.
okay.
A Duckworth Lewis 86-run win for Villagers over Tropical United in one semi-final, while Westbury by 8 wickets over Spice Island in the other semi-final. And the game on Sunday bowls off at high noon.
I do.
There's also another local cricket match this Sunday, this one in the New York National Cricket League, with Atlantis Cricket Club taking on Richmond Hill Liberty Cricket Club at Baisley Pond Park Cricket Ground.
Uh-huh.
It's a 40-over game, and game time, again, 12 noon.
I know.
Cricket West Indies named a 16-man squad to play Sri Lanka in a 7-match youth one-day series in Antigua and Barbuda from August 25th to September 16th.
Mhm.
The team will be captained by Barbadian Joshua Dorn, who is fresh off leading Barbados to the regional Rising Stars Under-19 title and claiming MVP honors with a tournament-high 328 runs. The
Yeah.
first 4 games will be played at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, after which the series switches to the Sir Viv Richards Stadium. The squad is Joshua Dorn, captain; Shaquan Bell, Brendan Boudou, Tariq Bryan, Afraz Ali Boudou, Zachary Carter, Ersino Fontaine, R.J. Gittins, Micah Greenidge, Vittel Laws, Pajay Nelson, Matthew Miller, Israel Morton, Jakeem Pollard, Aidian Racha, and Jonathan Van Lange. Head coach Rohan Nurse, assistant coaches Jerome Taylor and Dalton Pulios, while the manager Clinton St. Hill. Game schedule is as follows: Game 1 on August 30th, Game 2 September 2nd, Game 3 September 4th, Game 4 on September 7th.
Mhm.
Then Game 5 September 9th, Game 6 September 12th, and the final game on September 15th. Live streaming will be available on the Windies Cricket YouTube page. Cricket West Indies have also sent a 15-member or 15 young ladies in the region, or should I say 15 talented young ladies, to a high-performance training camp at the prestigious Chennai Super Kings Academy in India.
Uh-huh.
The squad, led by head coach Marissa Aguilera, along with assistant coaches Ryan Hines and Tremaine Smart, team manager Yasmin St. Ange. The 2-week program from August 13th to the 30th. And the group includes Ashmini Munisar, Zeta James, Dejanay Joseph, Jazara Claxton, Janila Glasgow, Rialana Grimond, Trishan Holder, Mandy Mangru, Narissa Crafton, Najani Komabach, Naya Lachman, Samara Ramnath, Shunel Saw, Steffi Sugrim, and Selena Ross. Camp is designed to sharpen their skills against spin bowling, enhance technical proficiency, and build mental resilience in the subcontinental conditions. And let me bring you up to date on the Caribbean Premier League that bowled off last Thursday at Warner Park. The St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots by 6 wickets over Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. Falcons 121 in 17.1 overs. Patriots 124 for 4 in 15 overs. And at Warner Park again, the Guyana Amazon Warriors by 5 wickets over St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Patriots 153 for 8 from 20 overs. Warriors 154 for 5 from 17.2 overs. At the Sir Viv Richards Stadium, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons by 6 wickets over the Barbados Royals. Royals 151 for 6 from 20 overs. Falcons 152 for 4 in 19.4 overs. And back at Warner Park, Trinbago Knight Riders by 12 runs over St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Knight Riders 231 for 5 from 20 overs. Colin Monroe 120, the first century in this year's tournament. Patriots 219 for 7 from their 20 overs. Back at the Sir Viv Richards Stadium, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons and the St. Lucia Kings game ended in a no result. That three-word essay, Trevor, rain, no play. At Warner Park last night, St. Lucia Kings squeezed a 3-run win over the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. What a game. The Kings 200 for 8 from 20 overs. Roston Chase 61, Johnson Charles 52, Tim David 46, Zazal Hag Farouk 2 for 31 from 4 overs. Kyle Mills 2 for 24 from 3, and Wakar Salam Keel 2 for 34 from 4 overs. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots 197 for 6 from 20 overs. Jason Holder 63, Navin Badesi 50, Kari Pierre 2 for 25 from 4 overs. Ruston Chase 2 for 27 from his 4 overs. David Weiss 2 for 34 from 4. Player of the match, Ruston Chase. And as a reminder, tickets are now available for the 44th Cricket Hall of Fame induction ceremony, scheduled for Saturday, October 4th at the Marriott Hotel in Windsor, Connecticut. It is drawing nigh, and you can get your tickets if you go to the Cricket Hall of Fame website, crickethof.org. That's crickethof.org. Moving on to football, part of Kingston College's centennial celebration will be recognizing the 1964 Roker Cup teams of both Kingston College and St. George's College, August 30th. It's the 61st anniversary, and members of both teams will be recognized by being given commemorative plaques. The 2025 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup tournament kicked off last night. Mount Pleasant Football Club opened with a 1-0 win over Robin Hood of Suriname. Sule Makala, the scorer for Mount Pleasant, while Cibo defeated Cavalier 2-0. De La Cruz and Ventura scored for Cibao. Now, Mount Pleasant actually played with 10 men for
Uh-huh.
all but 10 minutes of their match, Trevor,
Mhm.
following new signing Warner Brown's eviction, or should I call it disqualification, in the 10th minute of the game.
He must have been very rude, John.
Actually, he attempted a bicycle kick inside the box. They called it an acrobatic bicycle kick. And apparently, in doing so, he kicked one of the defenders. So,
Oh,
it led to immediate ejection.
short.
Jamaica under 14 Reggae Girls, top tier 1 Group B at the 2025 Caribbean Football Union under 14 Challenge Series. They topped the group, Trevor, by defeating the host Trinidad and Tobago 3-1 in their final group game.
Hmm.
Alicia Dunn, Chanel Waters, and Tiana Grant saw Jamaica to their third win in a row. Gloria Henry tallied for the Trinidadians. Well, in
Hmm.
earlier group games, the young Jamaicans defeated Bermuda 1-0 by way of a 56-minute goal by Nicolette Prendergast.
Uh-huh.
Then against Aruba, Oriana Campbell got the all-important goal in another 1-0 win for Jamaica. Jamaica will now face Puerto Rico in the Challenge Series semifinal, while Bermuda plays Dominica Republic.
Okay.
Cornwall College, as we look at some high school football, defeated Frome Technical 2-1
Hmm.
on Saturday to win the inaugural staging of the Montego Bay United Invitational High School Football Tournament at the Montego Bay Sports Complex.
Uh-huh.
The Cornwall goals were scored by Carlonda Morris, who was part of the Jamaica under-15 team that won the CONCACAF under-15 League B Championship in Aruba. And also, Nickane Brown was the other goal scorer, while Wayne Mullins tallied for Frome. Cornwall and Frome went into the final undefeated in the preliminary rounds, and the other teams in the championships were Irwin High, Malden High, Herbert Morrison Tech, and St. James High. Leon Bailey, as we move across the pond, the Leon Bailey's run with Aston Villa and the English Premiership has ended.
Oh boy.
He will be wearing the colors of Roma in the Italian Serie A this season. He
Mhm.
is now the second Jamaican born to play in the Serie A, joining Trevante Stewart, who plays with Salernitana Football Club. And part of this story, Trevor, the unfortunate thing, in the first practice match last night, Leon Bailey hurt himself.
Oh no.
So he might not be playing in the next game with Roma.
Oh no.
Now, in Friday's start to the English Premiership, or should I say, if Friday's start to the English Premiership continues throughout the season,
Uh-huh.
then we are in for another outstanding English Premiership football season, Trevor.
Okay.
With defending champions Liverpool getting by Bournemouth 4-2 on
Mhm.
a Mo Salah extra time strike.
Oh.
I completely forgot that the game was on Friday, Trevor.
Ah.
And when I joined the game, Liverpool was leading 2-0.
Oh.
But perhaps I joined the game at the right time.
Because you catch 4 goals.
you know, because Bournemouth, and you know, funny, when I joined the game, Bournemouth seemed to be having the better of play, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
or better possession of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of surprised that Liverpool was ahead. 2-0. Anyway, Bournemouth tied it up 2-2 on a double strike by Semenyo,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of confirmed my earlier observation.
Mm-hmm.
But, however, Trevor, Chisa, Chisa, Chisa,
Mm.
Chisa, with a masterful strike and an extra time goal by Mo Salah, gave Liverpool all 3 points.
Okay. So
In
Salah.
other games, in the opening weekend of English Premiership,
Mhm.
Aston Villa, Newcastle in a 0-0 stalemate. Villa played the final 24 minutes with 10 men as Ezri Konsa was red carded in the 66th minute.
Mm.
Chelsea 0-0 with Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest 3-1 over Brentford. Arsenal 1-0 over Manchester United. Brighton and Hove in a 1-1 stalemate with Fulham. Fulham, Trevor, in that game, it had to be about 15 seconds left in the game.
Oh boy.
And they broke the hearts of the Brighton and Hove followers, I tell you.
Broken hearts, huh?
Broke their hearts.
Mm.
Tottenham 3-0 over Burnley. Sunderland 3-0 over West Ham United. Manchester City 4-0 over Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Leeds 1-0 over Everton.
Mm.
So let's go to another break now, but we'll come back with some more information. We have some swimming on the table, Trevor. We have some lacrosse, we have boxing, we have netball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to John's Sports Corner on the SosoBone Media Network. This Wednesday afternoon, the global Caribbean media capital. As promised, we'll start with some swimming. Big improvement for Jamaica at the Goodwill Swimming Championships hosted by Barbados. Last year, they finished fourth. This year, they placed second behind the defending champions, Bahamas. Bahamas, 1,324 points. Jamaica, 1,230. And Trinidad and Tobago, third, 1,028 points. Jamaica scored 798 points
Ooh.
to finish fourth last year.
Mm-hmm.
For Jamaica, this year the boys came up big in the points chase,
Uh-huh.
while the girls, in fact, the boys were top the points chase, but our young ladies finished a little behind in the points chase. So Jamaica finished second again, Bahamas winning.
So the average was what really counted.
Yes, the total points of both boys and girls.
Okay.
Well, let me just the boys again. I say came up. Let me correct that, Trevor. The boys came up short for Jamaica in the
Mm-hmm.
points chase,
Mm-hmm.
but the girls finished atop the table with 757 points, followed by the Bahamas 63.5 points, and Trinidad and Tobago 468. On the boys' side, the Bahamas topped the boys with 449.5 points,
Mm-hmm.
followed by Barbados 381, Trinidad and Tobago 374, and the boys for Jamaica 325. So the girls topped the girls' side. Our boys finished fourth with on the boys' side. Jamaica mined the most medals, gold medals, Trevor. Jamaica, let me repeat that. Jamaica mined the most gold medals,
Mm-hmm.
but the Bahamas won the most medals in total as they won 110 medals, which included 31 gold, 40 silver, and 39 bronze. Jamaica overall medal haul was 101 with 48 gold medals, 26 silver, and 27 bronze.
How many persons did Jamaica send to the games and how many did Bahamas send, John?
How many persons?
Yes, because sometimes the home team, has an advantage because they can send a
Well,
bigger squad.
if I can't give you a figure, Trevor.
Mhm.
What I do know that this year, Jamaica was able to send a bigger team than they did last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And as a matter of fact, Jamaica has never won the Goodwill Swimming Championships. Their best placing is second.
okay.
Jamaica sent an 8-member team to the World Junior Swimming Championships in Romania. The team is made up of 4 girls and 4 boys.
Mhm.
The girls representing Jamaica are Caroline Levy-Powell, Christania Shirley, Leah Chin, and Alexandria Kogel, while the boys are Brady Lewiston, Benjamin Davis, Nolan Barrett, and Walden McIntosh. Head coach, Tafia Rapley, while the team manager is Maria McPherson.
Uh-huh.
Moving on to lacrosse. Jamaica certainly not doing badly in the World Under-20 Lacrosse Championships in South Korea.
Mm.
After losing the opening game 11-14 to England, Jamaica got on the winning side of the slate by defeating the hosts 17-7 in their second Pool C game.
Mhm.
Then yesterday defeated New Zealand 18-6, and earlier today defeated Ireland 10-7.
Interesting.
Tomorrow they take on Canada in their first ever Under-20 World Championship quarter final. Kudos to Jamaica because lacrosse is a recent sport, I have to say, adopted by Jamaica. And I know they have been working very hard to try to bring, because it's now in the high schools, so they have been working very hard to bring that sport up to international standards. Moving on to boxing.
No, no, John. My question is, you say it's in the high school. The high schools in all the parishes or the high school in St. Kingston and St. Andrew?
Not all, well, put it, not all the high schools have taken up in both rural and in Kingston play lacrosse, Trevor.
Okay,
But
good.
not all the high schools, because um lacrosse kind of an expensive sport, Trevor.
Well, that is why, you see, John, that is exactly why I have to draw attention to it. Because invariably, we used to have schools in Kingston and St. Andrew that had opportunities for students that were not in the rural schools, John.
The cream.
Yes, okay. And no one at that time would want to draw attention to the fact that the caste system, not the class system, the
Mm-hmm.
caste system
Mm-hmm.
in our educational structure in Jamaica. Okay? So that if you go to some rural parishes and you mention lacrosse to some of the kids in high school, they would like to
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's picking up in Jamaica now, Trevor. It really is.
Well, I'm glad.
And
I'm glad to hear that because the
because I
prime.
remember we had our ladies here, was it like 2 years ago or something, in the World Championship in Maryland.
Yes, yes. But I'm saying
Yeah.
I am glad to hear you say that, and the reason why I say that, I would hope that the Prime Minister that we have now, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, having time, served time as Minister of Education.
You want to repeat surf time?
As Minister of Education, John, would
Yeah.
have had a bird's eye view of the education system, okay? And that's the developments now coming under his 9 years as Prime Minister, would have seen some of his dreams or some of the vision that he had when he was Minister of Education.
Education.
Of education that he could now implement now that he became Prime Minister.
Yeah. Well, moving on, Trevor. Let's talk a little boxing. As former Jamaica world champion Mike McCallum was laid to rest on Saturday.
Oh.
Known as the body snatcher for his devastating body punching, McCallum died in Las Vegas on May 31st at age 68.
Oh.
Mikey retired from boxing in 1997 with a record of 49 wins, 5 losses, and a draw. He was never knocked out in his losses.
Okay.
In 1980, he was awarded the OD, that's Order of Distinction Officer Class, which was upgraded to Commander Class in 1987. And in 2013, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Mike McCallum won his first title in 1984 when he defeated Sean Mannion for the World Boxing Association Junior Middleweight title. Then he went on to win the World Boxing Association's middleweight title and the World Boxing Council light heavyweight titles.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Mike McCallum.
Rest in peace.
Netball news, international netball ahead for Jamaica Sunshine Girls as they renew their rivalry against the England Roses in the Vitality Series in December. Again, the first 2 games in Jamaica, December 6th and 7th, and the National Indoor Sports at the National Indoor Sports Center, while the next 2 games, December 13th and 14th, at the Copperbox Arena in London. And coming up next month, the World Youth Netball Championships in Gibraltar, September 19th through the 28th, and Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago will represent the Americas region in these Youth World Championships. And moving a little bit across the Caribbean, 21-year-old Barbadian Tajio James has joined Croatian First Division club NK Varazdin on a 3-year deal. He featured in preseason last month with Varazdin, scoring in a friendly July 5th, in which his side won 4 goals to zip over Hungarian side Pax. Since debuting for Barbados on June 3rd, 2022, Tajio has earned 15 caps and scored 5 goals for Barbados.
Okay.
And Guyana win a 2nd bronze in the Junior Pan Am Games, adding 2 bronze from the 4x4 mixed relay to swimmer Raekwon Noel's swimming bronze. And moving along now to some cricket history. In the history of Test cricket, while several players have scored centuries in both innings of a Test match, only 2 have scored centuries in both innings on debut.
Okay.
And they are Lawrence Rowe of the West Indies, 214 and 100 not out against New Zealand in 1972, and Yasser Hamid of Pakistan, 170 and 134 against Bangladesh in 2003.
Mm.
Ironically, these were the only 2 centuries scored by Hamid in his Test career,
Oh.
while Sir Lawrence of Sabina scored 7 Test centuries with a top score of 302 against England in 1974.
Mhm.
And we have a couple of announcements again, reminders to pass on to our viewers and listeners, Trevor. This Saturday, August 23rd, of course, August 23rd is the birthday of my youngest son and also my radio partner, Conroy Allison. I don't know how
Okay.
they pick up, they happen to be on the same date,
Okay.
August 23rd. But the Suburbia Sport Club is hosting a 7 Runabout Fest fundraising party at 141 25 224th Street in Laurelton, Queens, from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. And again, Suburbia also plays in the Metropolitan Cricket League here in New York. And UJA, the Union of Jamaica Alumni Associations, having their 35th anniversary luncheon and awards gala at the Green Tree Country Club in New Rochelle, New York, on Sunday, September 14th, starting at 11:30 a.m. For ticket information, you can go to ujausa.org. That's ujausa.org. And that's where we draw the covers on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. Thanks for joining us, and tell a friend that we span the sports globe. And remember, go to the Winner Circle store in the SosoBone shop and pick up available merchandise of your choice, as well as the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the week, family. Via con Dias, and see you next week.